It's all about Edo 2024. We have two talking points today, or two talk points, depends on the way you want to phrase it. One is about Edo 2024, and of course, campaigns. Yes, issue bordering on campaigns. It was lifted on 24th of April. That's when INEC said you can go start campaigning till September 23 midnight. Then stop campaigning. So from now till September, what should we be expecting? That is on one hand. If time permits, depends on how the spirit leads the discussion, we can dive into the Suleja prison break. One too many. What is going on? Anyway, with me here in the studio to start off issues bordering on campaigns and Edo 2024, from my far left, it is the convener of the Bidden Fitness Walk. He was one-time aspirant also, the Labour Party, governorship aspirant of the Labour Party, and he's a homeboy, yes, a homeboy. Join me to welcome Honorable Steve Oselenge. Welcome to TMI. So this edition. Appreciate your coming.
Thank you very much to be here. I'm always glad to be in TMI, the interaction, and I follow even if I'm not here.
Yeah.
Always good to join you on this conversation, and I hope our deliberations will let Edo people know a new chapter is on the horizon.
All right. We'll get there. Thanks for coming all the same.
Thank you.
So very close to him. He is an activist, a political analyst. Join me to welcome Osabo Dennis Oyomari. I got that right, correct?
Yeah, very correct.
I told you I was going to get the name. Welcome to TMI, so this edition.
Yeah, good morning, viewers. Good morning, my
right.
brothers. So with time, we get to have the various discussion.
All right. Yeah. So very close to me. He was one-time local government chairman of Via Southwest, and of course, one-time also member of the House of Assembly Edo States, the political human rights activist. Join me, welcome Destiny in Nabulele. Welcome to TMI on this edition. Appreciate your coming.
Well, Mr. Wilson, let me first of all appreciate you and thank ITV management for another love by extending your invitation to look at the issues as they evolve.
All right.
Once again, I thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. So, all about Edo 2024, issues bordering on campaigns. I'll start off with you, Honorable Steve. Everyone have their format. Everyone have their pattern. They have what they want to sell to the people. It's like buying and trading. I mean, selling and buying, so to speak. You trade words with emotions to get the vote of the people. But sometimes the way some people go about it, they go below belt. They hit below the belt. Let's start off with the mode of campaign. How do you feel, or how do you think the campaign should go in terms of delivery, in terms of what you have for the people, and of course in terms of the impact of the message to the people?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question and also timely. Pardon me for my voice. Yesterday we were out there with millions of obedience across Edo and across the world in fitness. So I was doing exercise and I lost a little bit of my voice, but I believe I can be heard. The question you've asked is timely because officially INEC has raised the timetable for campaign, which started on Wednesday. And how should that go? In my opinion, it should be issue-based. Edo people are one of those that are very politically astute and aware. Even during the presidential elections, we saw what happened, how Edo people put issues first. So my recommendation would be for all parties. I think INEC listed about 16 or so parties.
Yeah.
It's important that each of those parties go on the issues. There are many issues confronting the Edo voter today. We all know what is going on. We'll get there. But as far as what we expect, there should be no rancor. There should be no animosity. Because at the end of the day, I believe it is about the Edo people. What will be better for Edo people going forward? Because as a state, we are all in this boat. If Edo gets better, right now, you know what's happening in Abia State. Even some other states, I saw what the Niger State governor is doing in agriculture. I recently came to learn about the greenhouses in Akwa Ibom, the pastor. So if Edo is better, it's good for all of us. At the end of the day, every candidate should put the issues. And also, let us eschew violence. I would, when the opportunity arises, maybe we'll talk a little bit about, I'm a member of the Labour Party, and my candidate is Olumide Osajo.
Hold on. You are going below the belt right now. We're not to campaign for anybody.
Okay. I wanted to talk to an issue about the campaign. We went to Uniben.
Yeah, of course. We'll come to that.
Yes. Okay, let me just rephrase. Okay. What I wanted to say is that it should be peaceful, it should be issue-based, and respectful to every party. Let everybody have a level playing field.
We'll come to the issue of Uniben. Just calm down. We'll get there.
Much.
We'll get there. All right, Dennis, you heard him. He said it should be peaceful, devoid of rancor. They have a level playing field.
Of course.
Did you perceive that in cause of some visitations, in cause of campaigning, in cause also of making people know of what the candidates have to offer to Edo State citizens?
You see, there's something we really have to understand about campaign. I want to talk about political campaign. There are different characteristics and activities that has to involve while you are campaigning. Now, in those campaigns, you talked about, he said about violence. Yeah. There are limitations to violence when you have to do political campaign, but it is the security agencies that's come up with those criteria to manage each of these political parties' campaign. Different individuals have their way of moving around, carry out their political activities, their campaigns on a daily basis, which erupt or bring about crisis because you have interests at stake there. So now that is why we want to encourage the security agencies to come up with each mechanism to manage these individuals while they are carrying out their campaign.
All right, now since both of you choose to start off with a violence-free campaign, let's dive into the violence aspect of it for good reasons. All right? Okay, before all this started, before INEC raised, the bar, raised the ban, raised also the impediment towards campaign, there was an issue that transpired in Uniben where a candidate was disrupted from having this intercourse, so to speak, with the community, Uniben to be precise. And people like saying that, is this the way to go when you talk about campaign? Why the violence? What are to you, Honorable Destiny?
Well, Mr. Wilson, let me again appreciate you and thank ITV management. You see, yes, the election season is here, and we must be very frank to ourselves. There's no way we can, eradicate the issue of violence in campaign. What we need to do is to see how we can reduce it to the barest minimum. When we have that, I think that will guide our way of engagement. Because there's bound to be some kind of propaganda and what have you. Let me try to see how I'll be able to answer that your question. You see, I must, sympathize with the Labour Party and the candidates, because what happened there, it was, Olumide is a fine gentleman, but I think he lacked the ability to manage the youth. You agree with me that the voting strength of the Edo people, take it or leave it,
so he lacked the ability to manage the youth. You're going to expatiate on
that,
and of course, Honorable Steve will react to that.
I'm actually going there. You see, the voting strength of the Edo voting population is about 58 or thereabouts of the voting population of the Edo people. So for you unable to manage the youth, there's a problem. See, what happened there in the University of Benin, I think, to my mind, and I've interfaced with quite some staffers of the University of Benin, both the teaching strength and the non-teaching staffers. You see, I think there was a lacuna between the organizers and the student community. It's like the student community, they were not being carried along. Whether you like it or not, they are the key player, very active key player in this dispensation. When I say this dispensation, from this voting campaign till the voting, it is you and I, the youths, that snatch the ballot paper, that do all sort of atrocity during the post-election and what have you, the pre and post-elections. You see, not able to carry them along. They send a signal. They send a signal, and to me, that's why I use the word, there was a lacuna between the management and the student of the University of Benin. You can't wish away. Let up. Yeah, they are students, but that's not to say even you as a father, when your children come of age, 18 years, there are certain decisions you will take in your house that you must involve them. They must be part and parcel of the policies in your house. I'm talking about in your house, where you call the shots. I can remember very vividly my GSS 3 or thereabout when my father, there was a certain decision that happened. I was in GSS 3, even less than 18. He called me, he called some of us, and we contributed our quota to the upliftment of the home. So for them not to be invited, for me it was a slight on the student of the University of Benin. It was a serious mistake on the part of the organizers, and I want to appeal to them that they should see how they can settle their houses and see how they can incorporate the student into the management. Although before now, the student community has been part and parcel of the management of the University of Benin, whether you like it or not, because the confusion. So in managing it, you must involve them. You must carry them along so that they can talk to their peers. I don't know if you are getting me. At times it will be difficult for our senior brothers to communicate to us. But for me, at times it will be easier for me to communicate to you, because we have the same, age bracket, so to speak. It will be very easy.
All right.
Yeah, so for me, what happened in Uniben, it is quite pathetic, and I sympathize with the Labour Party and the candidate of the Labour Party. But in going forward, you know that before they visited, our candidate, Dr. Asolime Godalo, visited, there was no something of such. But we gather in some quarters, pointing accusing fingers. But for us, it's not my politics. Even when nobody is taking your wife, you begin to say, okay, somebody is taking my wife. It's allowed in politics. Politics is about propaganda. But in doing it, you must give a face to it.
I'll come back to you, Honorable, because I have so many questions to ask.
Right.
Because a lecturer, I have to mention his name, Dr. Presley, was attacked. I'll come to that. But let's get to hear your reaction so that I will not be the mouthpiece of anyone, but I have questions, loads of them.
Thank you.
You heard him, he said your candidate, it's all about the campaign, issue borrowing on campaign. Your candidate was not able to manage the youths in that particular institution.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
My distinguished Honorable Enabule may not have the full information. I want to thank him for, of course, giving his own solidarity to our party and our candidate, Olumide Akpata, for what happened. He went to engage with senior staff club. As an alumni of Uniben, 30 odd years ago, he was a student. And when he was a student in Uniben, senior staff club is an exclusive place to engage with senior lecturers, not students, because campaign at the time has not started. So they invited him. Our son, you graduated here 30 years ago. We hear you have interest in Edo State. Come and tell us a little bit about what you've been doing before campaign start. Come and have dinner. So he went there not to engage students yet, because INEC had not officially opened the window, which was because he's a lawyer, one of the top lawyers, former NBA president. He wanted to follow the rules of INEC. He was not going there to campaign. So he went to see senior staff. And one of the things I have to say, that even our candidate, Olumide Akpata, have said that the attackers of the lecturer were not students, because he is a Uniben graduate. He knows the students. As a matter of fact, yesterday, millions of youths were in the streets. There was no violence. He knows how to manage youth. So my honorable head, when he said Olumide Akpata did not manage youth, he's the youngest frontline candidate. We know we have 3 frontline candidates. Olumide Akpata is in his early 50s. Others are much older. So a youth is on the ballot on the Labour Party. And he was a lecturer of Uniben, was attacked by hoodlums, not Uniben students. Uniben students are with Olumide. He's their product. 30 years ago, he was in Uniben here. So he went to see senior lecturers at their invitation. And some hoodlums, not students, parading themselves as students, came to attack a lecturer. I also went to University of Nigeria. We don't go into senior staff club and attack lecturers. So those were not students. So I think he didn't have the full information, because even though the campaign had not started, it was important that he respect his lecturers. He said one of the lecturers that invited him taught him 30 years ago. He's still in Uniben. So he said, come on. And he was happy to go there to have dinner and just commiserate with the senior lecturers at the staff club. Some hoodlums came and said, you didn't call the student. No, he will go to Uniben. He's a Uniben man. I can say he's a Uniben boy. Because that's how we are, great Uniben. But I am not from Uniben. I didn't get admission there. I'm a University of Nigeria graduate.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Well, he's not beginning to polish the issue because when I heard of this, I was like, well, campaign hasn't started yet. And like what he said also, senior staff quarters, senior staff club, staff, senior, not even all staff are invited to that club from what I gathered. Now, he said students were not carried along. Hold on, you're going to react. He said students were not carried along. Now he said if we want to play by the rules, students ought not to be there because it's not their time. Senior staff club, not even all staff, senior staff. Take it up from there. Okay. Him being attacked.
Now the truth of the matter is, you see, this, as you said earlier on, senior staff club, which involve professors, eye doctors, and those senior staff in the university. And when, according to what I read or the research I made, when you follow such a meeting, it involves between the invitee and the inviter to handle such meeting. But there's something we have to understand, which comes about humility and humanity. I don't even understand. Yeah. Even if you don't have to invite someone to a meeting, that doesn't give you the prerogative to humiliate and molest those people. As they have said, they say they are hoodlums. Are you trying to involve or trying to say university students are hoodlums or hoodlums reside inside the university?
No, he never said, no, he said they are not students. He said they are hoodlums. These are two separate things.
Who are hoodlums and where did the thing take place? I believe the thing took place inside the university. So now when you are saying they are hoodlums, so are you not saying the university is accommodating hoodlums? And we can progressively say that students are in the university, and those people, according to the video and the pictures, they are not hoodlums, they are students. So it would have been better that Olumide Akpata accommodate whoever outside the hoodlums, whoever that's there, because it's inside the university campuses. So I will go against what my brother just said. They are not hoodlums. These are individuals who school in the university. And Olumide Akpata, the Labour Party candidate, will have given them a fair ground for what?
Even in the senior staff club?
See, okay, can I ask you a question?
Underline, yes, senior staff club, yes, not student staff club.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
Now, when you are in your house,
yeah,
we have what they call family meeting. Family meeting, or in Benin, they call it Egbe. That's the senior men in the family. Now, when they are having a meeting and a baby crawls to the meeting, you want to say because that baby is not part of the Egbe or the senior members, you carry cane and start beating the baby. So what we
hold on now. You talked about baby coming to the Egbe meeting wielding an axe. Is that a baby?
He can crawl down.
Let's get serious.
Because they will not carry along, as he said.
No, hold on. You said a baby coming to an Egbe meeting wielding an axe or a weapon. Is that a baby?
They didn't come with a weapon. Where's the weapon?
Then how come Dr. Presley got a cut at the back of his neck?
That's where we don't know if they can prove it that the
because these are the questions begging for answers.
Listen.
I'm sorry, I just have to mention names.
Listen, let me quickly say this.
Okay, please.
No, I said earlier, I have interfaced. I sympathize with my friend again. He said I'm not. Perhaps I don't know what really happened there. I don't have the full dose here.
The full dose here.
I schooled in Uniben, but that's a topic for another day. So the issue is this: I have interfaced with both the students and the lecturers. Even about 2 weeks ago, myself and one professor featured in this platform. And after the discussion, we had another discussion outside this platform. So the point is this: I used the word earlier. I said the organizers shouldn't misconstrue me. There was a lacuna. Well, you can see, by virtue of the student union government, there's no meeting in Uniben that the student union government cannot attend, whether you like it or not, because they are presiding over the student community. So in taking decision, they must be carried along.
Does that give them the right to go in there with an action weapon? No, I'm asking a question.
Do you have the evidence?
Would you go in there with a weapon or an axe?
I'm ready there, sir. Okay. I'm ready. The point I'm saying,
yeah,
that they are students and student blah blah blah. For me, I don't want to use any language.
Yeah.
But for me, it's untenable. See, the issue is this: I am not in support. Totally, I'm not in support of what happened in Uniben. That fracas, I'm not in support. Okay. I must first of all establish it.
Okay.
It is condemnable in anywhere, whether in a village or in this city or outside the city. It is condemnable. The point is this: in doing a thing of such magnitude in a student youth community,
you must, one way or the other, involve the student union government. Because what you are doing, it's because you are there that you are there. If they are not there, you won't be there. These are some of the issues we have in this country. When we want to come up with policies, those are the policies will affect, they will not be part of the betting of those policies. These are some of our problems. It was a bottom-up approach. That's the point I'm driving at. So for me, I have used the word earlier. I said, I sympathize with them. And again, there was a lacuna. You can take that to the bank. There was a lacuna in the organizer and the student community by the way of the student union government. There was a serious lacuna. And it was not properly handled. And for them, the candidate of the Labour to say they are hoodlums, it is an insult
because he doesn't want
I'm going, sir. I'm sorry. It is an insult to the student body of that.
Hold on. He's on this page, but I have to make it clear. He never said the students are hoodlums. He said
from the video I watched, from the I went to after the incident, I went to University of Benin to do 1 or 2 investigations. There was a video tomorrow, it's still in circulation, that some of the boys that was being shot at, that said these are students of the University of Benin. You see, we must identify something. I'm coming, sir. We must identify something. Even among the 12, among the 12 of our Lord Jesus Christ, there was Judah. For you not to say because they are no longer students, for me it is an insult to the University of Benin.
Of course.
And the University of Benin student demand an apology from the candidate of the Labour Party for taking them to the gutters. It is an insult. It's to denigrate and to denigrate that great institution.
Hold on, Dennis. I'd like to respond to that because it's very important. I do.
Yeah.
Olumido's Agbova Akpata, the Labour Party candidate, is a graduate of the Great University of Benin. He knows Uniben students. He was a Uniben student. He knows the respect that Uniben students accord to their lecturers, more so senior lecturers. No student of Uniben will go and attack a professor of his own school with battle axe. That is not possible. Olumide Akpata knows Uniben students. They are law-abiding. We may be very loud, but we are law-abiding in Edo State. Uniben students will not carry battle axe and attack senior staff club where it is exclusive. This was not a campaign event. Olumide said one of those senior lecturers taught him when he was a law student 30 years ago. And today, he has become successful, even though I practice law in many parts of the world and also ran the MBA. Today, he's a candidate. They say, come and have dinner with us, senior staff club. Because when campaigns start, Olu will show for Uniben. And that place will be peaceful. I used an example yesterday. I'm the convener of Obedient Fitness Walk. Yesterday, in Ring Road across, millions of people gathered yesterday. No single incident, no scratch yesterday. Olumide was the Ring Road. He was choked. How come you are telling me a small dinner, a battle house? Uniben students don't carry battle house. We are not violent. And it's an insult to Uniben student for my honorable to be claiming that the battle house within people who assaulted a lecturer who was almost dead is a student. I think he's insulting a Uniben student. Uniben students are not violent. A student with, can you say a university will carry battle house and attack a lecturer? That is a hoodlum, not a student. And I take exception to the fact that he keeps saying that it's the fault of the organizers. They were attacked. They were peacefully in their staff club. Not every, come and have dinner with us. You are our students. And they were attacked. Oluwende visited a guy in the hospital. He was battling with his life. He's a lecturer that served the university. Students lost the lecturer. He almost lost his life because of a simple dinner. There will be time for Olu to come to Uniben. And we go choke. Because yesterday, this is just testing the mic. What we are saying here is that elections should be peaceful. Elections should be issue-based. Students are part of this. Olu wants to revolutionize student education. He's a graduate of Uniben for crying out loud. Right. He can't go and be casting aspersion at them. So my honorable should apologize to Uniben students. Okay, hold on. No.
Okay, gentlemen, calm down.
Gentlemen, hold on. I was a student.
Everyone, take a breather. You say something, just take a breather. It's like emotions right now is going off the roof. Let's calm down. Take a breather. One at a time. It will get to your turn around. Hold on. I wouldn't want to jump the gun. Gentlemen, please, let's come, because looking for a way forward, because campaign just
Peace,
started.
peaceful election.
I want peaceful campaign.
Yes.
Peaceful election. Some people say that what happened in Uniben was like test of the waters. That if not well handled, it might just spiral into the campaign, because everyone wants to do a kind of a reprisal. After all, you distorted our party from having this intercourse with senior lecturers. We too are going to do ours. How do you think this can be stopped, Dennis? Let's de-escalate. Honorable, I know where I'm going. Let's de-escalate the situation before it goes out of hand. Over now to you, Dennis.
Okay, and you see, first of all, I don't know if I can quickly just give him a rephrase. No, I'm coming. We have to get something clear.
Right.
Now, he said they were hoodlums. And according to the evidence, the video we saw, these people who were being marginalized or were beaten admitted that they are students. So why are we not having two phases? So if you are saying hoodlums attack you, who then attack the students in the campus?
You know what? All of you are saying the same thing, but different.
No, we are not. There was no student attack.
You said a student cannot attack a lecturer.
Of course.
Unless that student or whatever, unless that person say hoodlum. Are you saying that the student too will not do that? They didn't attack this person. So you are saying the same thing, but from different perspective. Really?
Wilson.
Yes.
Permit me.
Okay, go ahead.
You see,
go ahead.
Again,
yes.
I cannot stop sympathizing with my friend from the Labour Party. You see, when somebody says something just like that, I should apologize.
Because you told us to apologize.
No,
like,
no. You see, we are misconstrued this whole thing. You see, I said something. I said, even among the 12 of our Lord Jesus Christ, where you have an embodiment of morality, there was still a Judas. What am I? You see, we fail to realize, even when we have the good, there's going to be a bad coming from that angle. That's a problem as human. That's why you see when people offend us, want to kill the person. It's human. What I'm saying, I'm not saying that University of Benin is an embodiment of hoodlums. But the point I'm driving, I said, even among the 12 of our Lord Jesus Christ, today is Sunday, there was a Judah who sold him, who betrayed. What am I saying? That even in our family, we have the good, the bad, and the ugly. That you cannot hold out. What I said, I am still standing on it. That the management fail to realize that there is a larger chunk of the community that drive the process, which is the student union.
But he said that all will come.
I'm coming, sir.
Yes.
That I'm coming, sir.
Okay.
At the betting of any movement or any idea, you must factor in the people, the generality of the people, the larger community. The larger community in the University of Benin are the student, the student of the University of Benin. Without the student, no senior lecturer, no junior lecturer, no teaching staff. The point is this: they should have factored in, if not, at least the student union body, the head, to say, okay, come and be an observer. I'm from the civil society. I'm from the development world. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Before you enter a community, you must first of all go to the roots of that community. The gatekeepers.
Hold on.
The gatekeepers of, I'm promising.
Hold on. Sorry for interjecting. Let me ask you just one question. Maybe your father wants you, okay, our fathers want to have a meeting
Beautiful.
With their uncles.
Yes.
In a designated area for them to meet and talk. Is it a must for them to take permission from you?
Not take permission from me.
But that's what you're saying.
Hold on. The point I'm saying. You are making. You must see. There must be a representative. Hold on, listen.
In a senior staff
come in. You see, in a family, the older ones are few. The younger ones are in numbers. There must be a representative from the. You see,
no, I'm talking about. Hold on.
Let me quickly use this.
Let me answer your question.
Let me answer your question. Listen, let me answer your question.
Hold on. Our fathers want to have.
Hold on. Okay, let me answer your question. Let me answer. In the community now, you are what we call the Edion, where the Edion and every supporting members of the community, they're having meeting. There must be youth representative. Go and do your research. What they call the Okagele, or so to speak. In my community, it does happen. It goes over.
and mentioning names, you can go and do your business. That is, you carry them along. So that you get to where it will become, it will be owned by them, and they will drive the process.
Okay.
And the situation where they are not be carried along, that's where you have fracas.
Okay,
that's where you have, you know, a crisis.
Okay.
Because at the very initial stage.
Okay, hold on, just hold on. Maybe, like you rightly said, John, what if they choose to hold a meeting without the Okaigele? Would they carry the axe and want to go and destroy the meeting or scatter the meeting?
Listen, please, what I said I condemn that act in total.
Let's leave
I think that settles it.
That settles it. That settles it. The act have been condemned. Hold on, no, I do want us to dwell on this.
I don't want to.
We are not here to dwell on
this
what
matter.
happened in
Let's
the
leave it
rest
at
of
that. Let's leave it at that.
Just quickly, just 1 second, if you have to allow me. It's important that the lecturers, in their magnanimity, knowing that this is a product, wanted to have a dinner at their club. This was not a meeting of Okaigelis. So let's let it clear. Okay. This is not even an engagement of a candidate because campaign had not started. This is a dinner. You are in Benin. Come and see us at our club. And the senior lecturers are always there. It's exclusive to them.
All right.
And they were attacked by people, I still say, cannot be said to be students within Battle House.
Even with the video, they were admitting that even when they admitted,
the video
you cannot allow this because I saw a video where they admitted that they are investor of Benin.
Thank you.
If they are not investor, you let them go arrest them.
It's okay.
No.
Okay, are you saying the student attack the lecturers?
Gentlemen, decorum.
Okay.
Decorum.
We should not allow this.
It's okay now. Let's let this slide. Let's let this.
Even when we have the video.
Anyway.
But they admitted that the investor of Honorable. To arrest them.
Before we go on,
the Olumide to arrest them. Those set characters.
Uniben is a school.
All right. Yes. We're all brothers. Okay. So now back to issues bordering on campaigns. Some are saying that some party are cashing in on calumny or misinformation to confuse electorate on who to vote for. You get to hear no. He's not from this part of Edo State. In fact, he's not an Edo State indigene. You get to hear, no, he cannot even speak his language. So many things coming up from various angles, various quarters. Is that really necessary? Why campaigning? Let me start off with Honorable Destiny. I'll come to you, Steve, and of course, come to you.
Let me again, appreciate you, and I appeal to the management of ITV that what you saw earlier just brothers understanding, not misunderstanding this time. You see, the issue is raised. I think it's even wish he's even guilty of it, because very just now, he referred to my brother in my far left as homeboy. So even me now, I'm not a I'm not a boy. It's okay.
Of course, you're a homeboy.
So I think the issue which is raised is very fundamental and germane. We must try to situate it properly. See, I think we've gone past the era of trying to get every Tom, Dick and Harry to preside over our collective patrimony as a state. What we want now as a person and as a people of common destiny is the issue of person that can drive the Edo agenda. We don't care where he or she is coming from. The paramount thing is whether the person can deliver on the mandate. That's what we need to dwell on now.
Yes.
Some of us, we have brothers that some of them giving birth to in the United States of America. Are you not telling us that they are no longer an Edo person? If they have the capacity and they want to bring their words of experience to bear here, we should not accommodate them. For me, that is pedestrian and infertile. Let's go to the nitty-gritty. What can you offer? Your pedigree as a person. What can you do? What we want now as a state and as a people with common destiny is somebody that can market the Edo people and the Edo state of our dream. You see,
we must be very frank. The world is a global village, as we speak very justly. We need that person that can go outside the shore of this country, even this Cotonou, even this Niger Republic, or so to speak, that can market us and they will buy into what you want to sell. That's the kind of person, not somebody with due respect that cannot even express his or herself. It is difficult for us, for some of us that have been friends to commercial banks. You see them, putting in their best 11 to go market their bank or banks. We have seen them. Seeing them alone, you don't need to ask any question that tells you, so let me have the form. You feel that's the kind of person we need as a state, not somebody that cannot. So for me, that issue, whether it's not from here or he cannot speak, we are not using our quote unquote our native language to embark on governance transaction. We are not. So for us, that is, as I rightly said, a very pedestrian.
Very pedestrian. All right, Dennis, do you share his views?
Of course, I will support him in what he has said. Now, there's something we have to understand. Political dialect is not a prerequisite to be able to, or to be qualified to contest an election. What is part of the prerequisite is your personal qualification, your life experience, the things that you have done before, that's your past, that what qualifies you to deliver a particular state in the future. So now when I see some people talking about a particular aspirant doesn't know how to speak his dialect, I just laugh, because dialect has not defined or has no place in the qualification of a political class. Now, what really, as I said before, qualification matters. Now, there's an aspirant that have been a chairman of different, parastatals, and he's in a high class of lawyer and different places. Even
not an aspirant, a candidate of the PDP, Dr. Asoli Mengo.
Hold on, are you afraid? Honorable, no, we're not to campaign because we're not doing campaign. You want to start? So please continue.
He was even the chairman of Edo State Economic Team. Now, this profiles is what qualified an individual to be qualified for a particular office. I don't know if you understand. Yeah. Then let's move to the crisis, the campaign crisis. Now, there's something we have to understand. While we are campaigning, there's always room for propaganda. Now, the major thing is, how do you maintain your propaganda? That is what we'll be discussing today. The development, the profound things that you use to qualify your propaganda, not personality assassination. We won't allow that. And I believe no political party will allow individual assassination or character assassination.
All right.
So now, no, excuse me. Yeah. Now, so in this propaganda, there should be limitation to immorality. I don't know if you understand, because whether we like it or not, politics is everywhere in the world. It's the same everywhere in the world. So when there's an open or playground for campaign, there are individual bounds to come out with a propaganda assassination. Assassination and other criteria. But that is where we come up with this, what's it called? The three options. When we talk about the political party, the people, and the security. These three options or categories play a major or a vital role where the campaign process ends in September.
All right. I'll come back to you, Dennis. I want to you, Honorable Steve.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's very interesting to listen to I like listening to Honorable Nabulele when he speaks, because at the same time we agree on a lot of things and also clearly disagree on a lot of things. We Edo people are a proud people. Our kingdom, the Oba of Benin, goes back 1,000 years. One of our identity is our language, our food, our outfit. It is shocking to hear from my distinguished honorable here that language doesn't matter anymore. Let's just become British. I think it's wrong. We are not here to condemn anybody. We can say competence, capacity, credibility, which sounds like our Peter Obi and the Labour Party and Olumide Akpata. But again, on
gentlemen, red flag. Red flag, no campaign, please.
Of course, we're not campaigning. I'm just reacting to what he said about language. That you don't have to speak the language. No, Edo people love their language. We are proud. Anywhere I go, when I'm in America, I wear my Edo on the beat. So you be Benin my here, go back up me. We take our language everywhere. So it's important that once we get leaders that are competent.
Where is the symbol of the believer? In your body. Look at me. Look at me.
He has a flaw. Hold on. He has a flaw. Don't allow me, please.
Please allow him.
He has a flaw. It is important that Edo people, we carry our culture. We carry our culture everywhere. Our language. When I'm in the airport, maybe I'm in Houston, for example, I'm in Heathrow, and you speak Benin language. How do I know you're my brother? It's my that's it. So we want to encourage leaders to please learn the language so you can communicate to the mama, the papa, and the pikins of the land. Not because that's the only criteria. It's just one of those little soft things that are necessary so that people will feel carried along. Because English is good, but not be everybody they understand them. It's not a crime that you don't understand British English. British English is the native language of Britain. And those language is our own. So let us be proud of it, because what is going on is that our language are being extinguished. Many languages are disappearing, African languages. You can research it. We must protect our language. We must encourage our leaders even a little bit to use it. Even if you're not very eloquent, but at least try to use it so that the mama will see himself in you. So that they will speak them at home. Me now, my young children, they are speaking English, and I'm telling my wife they must speak Bini, because we must pass it along. So let's not put it. Let us reduce this campaign to language. Competence is still there. I agree. We must. When we say issue based, let us talk about what affects Edo people. How is the Edo person today? Let this election not be. He's mentioned propaganda is part of. No, propaganda is a dangerous tool. For me, the Russians and the Americans are very good at it. But we must put issues. What is going on? Why rain fall for Benin? How if they feel? If they feel come out? If they feel chop? Do you have a job? Where is the light? If they worry me, no light. So all these things, let's take the issues. Let them campaign. For example, my opponents are supposed the current ruling party. Let them tell us what they've done with power. We in the Labour Party, we've not had the opportunity, but we have good candidates. Give us a chance. That's what we are saying. But I'm not trying to come and tell you that language is the only reason. But language is very important because our culture is our pride. Thank you very much.
Well, let me quickly say something.
Everybody want to say something.
Let me quickly say something. No, you are raised an issue. You see, we must be very frank. You see, when I said something just, I said, our native language is not a means of communication. Our native language is domestic. That's please underline. So for him to say that, you see, you can't be more Roman Catholic than the
Catholic or the Pope.
You say I have done quite a number of work when it comes to our native language. Many of our native language are going to extinction.
Correct.
But you can tell me, as I'm standing now, there's a symbol of the Benin man in me. Anywhere I go, I'm very proud. But that is not to say we must reduce it to pepper souping and big starting. We have gone past that era of pepper souping and big starting with our governance. We are looking at the core issue. I use the word, those that can manage and market the Benin outside the Benin shops.
But how can you discuss the core issue with mamas and papas if you?
That's what we call the metadata language. You see, not that this person cannot speak the fundamentals.
Okay.
But when you go deep, even you cannot even go deep in your language. Even me, I cannot even. Even if that is not true. I want to be very frank.
Yeah.
Even me, I cannot even go deep. I learned it when I lost my father and I stayed with my grandmother 6 or thereabouts. I got to know about typical Benin.
Yes.
That's the gospel truth. I'm a very frank person. We must say it the way it is.
Yes.
You make the issue of propaganda. You see, it's there. Even some of them will permit you to say lies. He is aware. Lies, the person will tell you.
I'm not aware.
You don't even know how to tell lies.
I'm not aware.
Hold on. No, you are just coming. So person will tell you politics.
I'm not aware.
No, I'm coming. So person will tell you, what? I'm very small lie, then they cry. I've heard. So person told me, when I laugh for your head, before you go, I water don't pass Gary. It's as bad as that. So I'm happy that we are evolving politically. And to get to a point, I think all these things will gradually phase out.
Right.
And again, remember sort of, they are not in government, blah, blah, blah. But again, that the flood, even in Dubai, not too long ago, We saw what happened in Dubai flood. So these are some of the things.
Honorable, do you want to compare Dubai to
No, I'm not comparing. No, hold on. I'm not comparing. I'm just trying to say the government is continuous.
Okay.
Continuity. There's continuity in governance.
So you can't say
the
that
government cannot finish everything at a particular
with due
time.
respect that the government of Obaseki you just XYZ.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not, the man has to his own ability and capacity, he has done incredibly well for the Edo people.
All right. Because when you mentioned, I was like, don't go there. Don't go there. Now, let me come to the issue of lies and propaganda. I'm privileged to be in various groups. You heard me Wilson, just come, watch what you are doing. I'm like a silent observer. What I see some of this group on WhatsApp, Facebook, blatant lies. You know these guys, they are lying. How come they're not using lies and propaganda as a tool of campaign? Take it up from there, Dennis.
Okay, before I take it off, I want to say something concerning this dialect thing.
Oh my
now,
God.
no,
Okay, fine.
we have to understand something.
Yes.
Edo State is a multilingual state. I don't know if you understand. Yes. So now, if we are trying to focus on dialect, you are trying to be tribalistic, because me, I'm a proud and a pure Benin boy. Him is a Benin man, probably a son.
He's a Benin man.
So now, if provincial I'm the candidate, maybe let's say Aso Enigodao, now I come to meet a Benin man. I'm speaking a son for him. Do you think he can comprehend? Or I come to meet you as an Akoko Edo man, I'm speaking a son for you. Do you think you can comprehend? So now what we are saying, we should not be tribalistic. We already have a local dialect which we speak, which everybody from the city to the village understand, which is the pidgin. We can communicate with that. You cannot go and meet a Benin man and start speaking Esan or Akoko Edo or Afuze. They won't understand or comprehend what you are saying. So when you focus more on dialect, you are trying to go tribalistic, and which politics, or as I can say in Edo State, we don't accommodate tribalistic politics. It's a dead tool to destroy the state. So please, we should not measure anything about that.
So what about it? I'll come to you, Honorable Steve. What about the aspect of lies and propaganda? Because there are some things I'll say, some will be like, but these guys, they know these are not true.
They know, they are aware.
They know these are lies.
Yeah.
So how come they're using it as a tool of campaign?
Yes. See, there's something we have to understand. We have, okay, let me generalize it on focus more on marketing. Campaign is referred to as what? Marketing. You are trying to convince people about your product or what candidates. So now, in the process of doing campaign, there's what comes in propaganda, which you are emphasizing on the lies aspect. Now, I can call it not lies, I'm calling it conviction.
Not like a conviction?
Yes, I'm calling it conviction, not lies. I will expatiate on it.
All right.
Now, for example, if he is to be Aso Enigodao, and maybe he goes to school or do other job and whatever thing he's doing, I cannot just come and, because he is my candidate, I cannot come to the public because I want to market him. I cannot come to the public and tell them he was this, he was that. I will tell them the suitable part of him by marketing him to the people, for the people to buy his ideology and elect him to be the governor. That is how it is done. So whatever, and don't forget, in this process of campaign, you have what they call opponents. So now how do you win your opponent? Don't forget, say no to violence, fighting, physical fighting, assault. So that comes in the what? The part which you are referring to as lie. You will try as much as possible to discredit your opponent in order to have a favor in the market or in the face of the masses.
Are you saying it's not lies, but it's conviction?
It's conviction.
Take it up from there.
Conviction.
Political conviction,
Yes,
not
of
lies.
course.
I'm coming to you for that. Don't hold it. I'll come to you. Political convictions and lies, propaganda, I see lots of them. I'll be like, but these guys, they know this thing is not true now. They know. Take it up from there.
Mr. Wilson, thank you.
Yes.
But before I take it off, let me just quickly touch on what my brother said about the language thing. I have not said
The language thing again.
I need to clarify because
Okay,
it's
fine.
important. I have not said that as a Benin man that I am, I need to go and speak Benin to an Akoko Edo man. I'm saying that we have multi-tribes, but we are proud of it. We should encourage the usage. As leaders, it is incumbent on us to use it to show to the people that we are part of them. Not that the English language or the pidgin way we speak bad, but we need to also not allow our culture to disappear. We cannot become British. You cannot. My brother said you cannot be more Catholic than the Pope. You cannot be more British than the British. No matter how good your English is, you are still a Nigerian and a Edo person. So let us encourage the use of our language. But beyond the use of language, it also shows that you respect the people that cannot understand English. You must be able to communicate with them, because if you want to pretend over Edo State, you must be able to pretend over those that don't understand the British language, That is why the language thing is important. I just wanted to touch that there. Then on the matter of lies, you know, the Bible, the Holy Bible says, lies shineth in darkness.
But mind you, he said it's conviction, not lies.
Wait now, I just want to clarify.
All right.
That light shines in darkness and darkness cannot comprehend. 1,000 lies cannot stand a truth. For me, of the obedience, the Labour Party and all that, we know that we've not been in power in the state. But we know we have the candidates that has the capacity to solve the clear problems that is across. So we don't worry about lies. It is people that don't have results that will use lies, propaganda. We don't do that. For example, you mentioned online. I'm very active on the Twitter app. When you make a tweet, for example, you see them coming to talk about, Edo is like Dubai. Edo like we just carry generators and put under the message. It will kill all the lie. It's easy to dispel lies. So if you want to do propaganda, go ahead. Tell us that Edo people are enjoying light. Edo people have good roads. No problem. We'll just enter one place. Now, when they call that place, anywhere, just show video, put them under. So let us run away from lies because it devalues our message. So as since we're talking about campaigns, let us stick with the facts. Edo State is almost 600 billion in debt. 600 billion. The next administration will inherit that. What have we done with 600 billion? These are the issues. So let's stick to the facts. Edo people cannot feed themselves because food prices are up.
We are not yet.
Hold on.
You react. Please, he has the floor.
What we are here for is for Edo.
Yes.
That's why my party is Papa, Mama, Pikin. The Labour Party is about the people. People are suffering. So these are the issues. So let us put the issues of. We know you've had, even today, a party is in charge. If they solve our problems, we will not be crying. If you go out today. So let the campaign be about truth. Propaganda know they work. You know, guy, you want spin them. One truth, you break it all down.
All right.
Well, let me quickly, let me react to something. Again, I can't stop, sympathizing with him. I know. Yeah, I'm sympathizing with you seriously. So you made mention of, being borrowing. You see, another thing that they fail to realize. Well, I'm not surprised because they've not been in government.
So they don't have experience.
They don't have experience.
We are in government.
That's another fact. I'm coming.
They don't have the
Now I know.
Government in
I'm coming. Now I know.
Are you performing government?
I'm on my feet.
No, I had to correct.
I'm on my feet. Let me quickly say this.
See, please.
Now I know why Obi was in Anambra. He refused to build one primary school.
Mind you,
I'm coming. I'm telling you, sir. No. I'm not castigating anybody.
So please.
No. When you use the word borrowing, another issue we need to look at. What are you borrowing for? Is it for one bed or to marry more wives?
Upon lies.
Or to come up with projects?
Is there any government
opposite has succeeded in laying the foundation. Solid foundation that you can't take away from him. That you are not a spokesperson. That you cannot take away from him. You can take it to the bank. Solid foundation. And any government that is coming will build on those foundations. If some of us, in the course of our nursery and primary, there was a 40 nursery and primary, perhaps our university would have been more disastrous. As we have some party now that cannot even express, they cannot even express themselves. Even while they are in the National Assembly, they have not done XYZ. They have not even one motion. That's a fundamental problem. That is quite fundamental. When the fundamentals are right, it is self-sustaining. Now, our fundamentals in the state is quite right. And any government that is coming, it will be self-sustaining. And it will take us to the next phase. For my friend that is from the Labour, again, I sympathize with him. I think he's talking from quote unquote from ignorance.
No, but he said there is a huge sum of debt. Hold on. He said, don't indebted, yes or no?
You see, is there any that doesn't have debt? Hold on. United States of America. Who's more indebted than the United States of America?
Okay. No country.
No, that's you go to point.
Indebted than America.
That means Edo is indebted.
They don't stay in this country.
And no, there's another issue. I'll come to you. My friend, let me calm down.
What we need to ask ourselves, yes, what are these borrowing used for?
Okay.
See, when you are talking about MOU, good and fine. MOU is to tell you that this is what we want to do and this is how we want to do it. We come in collaboration, we sign MOU. That's to tell you the process has been vetted.
Okay.
And it will definitely come to fruition.
All right.
See, our problem here, we want to start a project or a policy and implement everything before we go. It is continuous. When you come, you build on it. Like the industrial master plan, for instance. It's a 30 years master plan. But the problem we have
There's no, the issue of continuity is our biggest challenge in this country.
Okay. Steve, I will come to Honorable Steve John. Hold on.
You called me.
I know.
You called me. This man knows. You get more time than me. No, we're not in power in the
Nobody's oppressing you.
No, we're not oppressing. Nobody's oppressing you. Over to you, Dennis, because if you take a look at campaigns, what these people are discussing are what they're really deliberating on. Social media, print media, you just name it. They'll be like, what will you use to campaign? That is always the first word that comes up. You are in power. What do you have to show for it?
You have a lot.
Hold on.
A lot.
You've not tasted power. What experience do you have to run a state? You've been the federal level. Look at what is happening. Do you think what to bring the federal might to the state? These are what we're saying. You need to form campaigns.
Listen.
And so, hold on, I'm coming to you. And so I'll be like, you are not even in Edo politics. Rather, you'll be one president of NBA. NBA is not Edo state politics.
Go and look at how you run the NBA.
Don't interject, please. I'm asking a question. Honorable, calm down.
I think this is getting out of
hand. Open up to you now. These are the facts, and these are opinions emanating just to form campaigns, because we'll be seeing lots and lots of them very soon. How can one really cut this? How can it be managed? Because right now, it's like it is getting out of hand.
Okay, now the truth is, the way it is now, political propaganda, or let me just start from the term campaign, which you can not overemphasize propaganda in it. That's why I said it is what? Conviction. Now, before I answer your question, let me quickly reply him. He said,
you keep replying, just answer the question, please.
He said, Edo doesn't have lights. He said, Edo doesn't have lights. Now, have you experienced or are you abreast with the Oshomu power plant in Edo State? When you go to Airport Road, done by Obaseki government. So when you go to Airport Road, go to places like Safe Road, down Airport, it's not privately owned, it's partnership. I think that is where you need governance experience from. So now, when you follow all this master plan of the government, you understand that these are what for futuristic purposes. So that's that for that. So those states have light when it comes to Oshomu power plant. So if you know you can follow, you can draw. It's open everywhere.
So hold on, you said
yes, of course. When you follow it,
I'm not going to say anything.
Hold on,
I'm coming.
So my friend privately owned. PPP.
Hold on.
Public-private partnership.
He has the floor. Let him talk.
No, my friend is saying privately owned.
So
let them
you are interjecting. Let him talk.
Now,
it's
not privately owned. It is
Please continue.
Now back to the
hold on. How do we manage this campaign from getting out of hand?
There are different ways to manage campaign, but we must understand that there is what we call political propaganda. You can't remove it from campaign processes. No, you can't. So now, as I said before, what is campaign all about? It's all about what? Marketing, convincing people. So now, how do you convince or market your candidate to the masses for them to give your candidate the votes? So now, it comes to that propaganda aspect where you emphasize on things you have done and things you plan to do. Now, when the management aspect comes in is when it resorts to what? To violence. That is where I said there are three groups in terms of a political campaign. We have the people, we have the political party, and the security. And that is when you have the security comes in. And in the security, we have what we call the cyber security, we have the physical security. Now, this political propaganda or crisis can be unleashed through online by spreading falsehoods, which it is now the prerogative of the security agency through cyber attacking and cyber security to handle that aspect. Call those persons that have postulated such falsehood, to call them in order and question them for what? For useful information. Then when it comes to what we call physical assaulting, that's violenting, or should I say protesting and all that, it is also the duty of the security agencies physically to invite these people involved and put, should I use a mechanism in place, in check, to monitor political propagandas and political parties.
Okay.
You understand? So now, on a quick one. Now we should understand something, that PDP as a party is not a partisan of political crisis or political violence. We are a free political party that have been moving majestically to promote our candidates. So we are not part of it.
Dennis, I want to ask some questions right now, but on the same, you've made your point. You've made your point. PPP, Edo State, but some
public-private partnership.
I know, but some
My friend is saying privately owned.
Of course,
But-
that was very wrong.
You have
That
to-
was
you have to
very
be
wrong.
government. So I
But some parts
understand.
in Benin City,
No,
No, it's, don't worry. It's pardon. It's pardon.
Anyway.
Don't worry.
Hold on, please, Honorable,
we'll-
stop interjecting. He doesn't interject when you're
When
talking.
it's misinforming the people
No, you have the right to react.
that privately owned.
No, you have the right after. You have the right to react. So, over not to you, Steve. Now, he said it's about conviction, but some people are basing this campaign thing to demarcate other candidates.
Of course.
Is that needful? Is that helpful? Would that help the campaign process?
Thank you very much for that question. But as usual, I need to respond to what he said.
All right.
Before I, if you notice what's happening here, my brothers that are here, because I can call them my brother, we are all here.
We are brothers.
Of course,
we are brothers.
Yes.
At the end of the day, I mentioned while we were waiting for this interview that the goal is for a better Edo State.
Yes.
We know what, everywhere you go now, Abia State, even we, where Edo State can't follow. There's a reason Abia is trending. So let us just calm down and realize that we are not here to. He said something that there is light in Edo State, and I wanted to ask him which part. I don't know. When we say propaganda, misinformation, lies, I don't want to say there is they call it propaganda, but if it's true, it's true. Life no day Benin.
But okay,
I run a generator. I buy diesel 1,500, and I know how much it cost me a week to power my own generator in my house. And he said like there, though.
Which area is
I
that?
don't understand.
Which area is that?
So you have to,
you have to
that we are on TV,
Hold on.
and we are talking about.
Are you saying
I thought I was on the
Are you saying
That's not how you do it.
Dennis,
You guys are interjecting.
You two of you only
He has
know
the
one.
floor. He has the floor.
That's what we
Anyway, Samuel Eyegato would have been on the ground with us, but he just already developed the water. He just uncomfortable because of ill health issues. Not to worry. Samuel Eyegato maybe next week will be here with us because he just sent me a message this month that Will, so I just can't honor your invitation. I've been here to speak for a political party, but he just couldn't make it. Hence, it seems to be like, okay, where is our party and all that? He's not here. He just sent a text that he just cannot make it due to ill health. All right. So, having said that, Jimmy, please, whenever one is making a point,
I have the floor.
no, you don't have the floor.
no.
He has the floor. Don't interject. So, go ahead, Honorable Steve.
My honorable is not being fair to me. He's my elder brother, and he's also a former member of the House. I'm a young man. The thing with us, obedience, Labour Party. There's this thing about una too young, una not get experience. What has been happening before has not worked. I think it's time for a change. That doesn't mean no campaigning. What Nigeria since 1960 till now, we are still struggling. Since 1999, we've not benefited from democracy. Let's be honest. We have our youth trekking to Libya. We need to get this state working. That's what we are about. So I know that his experience has been in the House and then the power, but allow me to talk. We are together.
You'll be talking.
So I wanted to say that we believe that truth will always prevail. I am not saying that Governor Godwin Obaseki has not done good things in Edo. I'm not saying, I can't say that. I'll be dishonest. And I'm saying I'm wearing white. We speak truth. He has done some good things. He has laid some foundations. But in generality, in my honest opinion, he has not performed at the level we expected. I was among those who said, Togba, Omayegba, because we are suffering. So let's run on the issues. We in Labour Party, for example, we can say, give me chance and I will do this. But then the day you guys are around, we are right now inside flood. So solve our problem today. So let's not just say you bring light, say it's privately owned, it's publicly owned, PPP. Edo people don't know that one. Made unlike me like day. In Abia State today, there's light. 24 hours. Somebody call the class, say free don't block for Abia. Say, Governor, take your light. And free don't to block.
Have you been to Abia?
We need light in Edo. Because even if you have this power plan, which is good, we need to channel it to the people. Because governance is about the people. That's why in Labour Party they say Papa, Mama, Pikin. We must center the people. That's why my candidate told me that what I says, this will be about the people.
Thank you. Thank you.
People.
Thank you,
How about the
gentlemen.
local
Let me quickly react
Thank
to
you,
that.
gentlemen. You don't need to react because our time for this segment is up. You've spoken at length. You've spoken
No,
at
no.
length. You've spoken
Let me
at
say
length.
something.
Gentlemen,
Even more,
gentlemen.
only
Hold on,
me
hold on,
one.
gentlemen. Thank you.
I need to
Thank you.
react to
Now,
what
I know what you're. Hold on.
Can I have
I know
a final
what.
statement?
You know, hold on. Now, this is what we're going to do.
Okay.
You use 1 minute each to summarize your point. 1 minute each. Exceed 1 minute, I'll cut you off. You're going to have the first shot. Campaign, issue based, or should it be by propaganda? And what others do you have for those citizens, candidates, and political party in 1 minute?
Well, listen, let me again thank you. You see, my friend has made some another fallacy that to me it's not tenable anywhere in the world. You see, what the government is doing, use the word privately owned. It is an aberration. What the government, the present one, is doing is what we call PPP, public-private partnership, like the Osomo power plant and many others. You see, the issue of power, the government before now, it was just in exclusive list, meaning it's situated in the federal. But now it was just last year, if I'm not mistaken, or so to speak, that they liberalized it, that states can now be part of the process. And that's exactly what we've enjoying.
All right.
Obaseki is not an excuse. Obaseki has laid the foundation. Government that is coming after him will take it off from the terms of the power. Continuity.
All right.
So for us, I think so far so good. I think he admitted just now that Obaseki has done well.
Something.
He admitted.
No, he said something.
No, he admitted.
He said something.
Listen, there's a simple economic law. I still have the floor. Human wants are still startable.
Okay.
That will just say that there are no ones.
Thank you. Your money's up. Dennis, 1 minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Advice.
About the political
campaign
Okay.
strategies, yes.
Now, we want to understand something, and I continue to emphasize on the propaganda aspect. But let's put that aside. Now, I believe in my party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP in Edo State, with the leadership, that's the Excellency Governor Nogase Obaseki, we not in any way to lies about his achievements, because the result is there. You can go and verify. Now, with what the present administration has done, this one I'm not trying to post in maybe propaganda or lies, but I'm giving you fact check. You can go and check. As he said, through the Oshomu power plant, which is the PPP, which we definitely extend through continuity to other various area. Now, the governor has done that. The governor has wait. I don't know if you have been to Saple Road. Have you been to PZ? Have you been to Okabe? Have you been to Dan Opa? Where do you want to make sure? Through the intervention of the oil producing areas of Edo State, they are able to channel their road construction. Even if you said, I don't know if you have visited the University of Benin, or those who have visited the University of Benin, you can go around the university to, what's it called, Osho and the others. The roads there that was constructed were by the state government.
Thank you. How many is
understand?
up? Thank you. 1 minute. Dr. Steve, Honorable Steve.
Do I-
1 minute.
Do I get
1
two? Since
minute.
there are two of them.
Only
me. Do I get
taking it first.
You see?
You see,
Anyway, let me. That was on the lighter side.
Yeah,
That was on the lighter side.
All right.
Let me thank the management and staff and my host Wilson for the opportunity to come back home, because this is home. ITV is our own, and I really thank my brothers that have been on this platform to deliberate on the issue of Edo. So for us in this campaign, from my own angle, as an obedience, as a Labour Party member, and now candidate Olumide Osagbovo Akpata, it's about centering the Edo people. There's a reason our party has Papa, Mama, Pikin, because Edo people are tired. They deserve a different direction. It is true that we in Edo State are one of the most politically educated, so you cannot deceive us. You have to show working. We know say Edo people know what they do. For this place, there is something about not comparing Edo State with other places. We will choose that one that resonates with us. And Olumide says, first of all, agriculture is his focus. So I won't come here to, he will come and to campaign.
They just campaign.
Hold on. Where did
Please, I wanted to say that the focus of the Labour Party and the Labour Party campaign is about the people. Let the people of Edo State see that among the different major parties, there is one that focuses on the family. The Edo people to put food on the table. Someone that will come and me, I like what is happening in Abia State. If you Edo people, they see what they do.
Thank
we
you.
want our own.
Thank you.
Make we go neighbor.
Thank you.
That's all we do for Edo State.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much for the
Well, we'll talk about political parties.
Thank you very much.
We talk political parties, you get to see, you get to feel the pulse of emotion resonating. That's what they're just encountering right now. They're just encountering right now about emotions, about people trying to push for their own agenda. Well, it's all about the campaign. It's about on campaign. You saw them lost state once upon a time because of the discussion. Of course, you have to bring them back to base. But still, as they're speaking passionately because it's all about Edo State. As it stands right now, are you guys happy with the situation in Edo State? If yes, you know what to do. If no, you also know what to do because you cannot stand on the fence. You must take a side. Don't say I'm neutral. You cannot be neutral. It's all about electioneering. It's all about politicking. You cannot be neutral.
Silence is the enemy.
You must take a stand. You must belong to a political party. You must go out there to vote. You must go get your PVC. You must vote. Don't say it doesn't concern you. It concerns you. It concerns me. It concerns everybody. You can't be on the fence. Take a stand. Take side. Go out there to vote to make Edo State better. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Despite energy dissipation, you made your point. So my saying, it's two against one. No, it's balanced. Trust me, I know what I did here. If you're able to go, okay, fine, balancing everything. I will miss one person because of ill health. Somewhere here, got a member of the APC was supposed to be here, but it's just anything that Wills, I don't know what is going on. I'm not feeling too fine. I cannot come. There was nothing I could do at a particular point in time to make him represent the party. But I know that next week, Sunday, he's going to be here. All this they've spoken about, he's going to react to all of it. Whether here or not, he's going to speak his own part.